Hello, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Despite gold's dip today, most analysts are pretty bullish on the metal coming ahead, and I am too. Yes, gold took its first loss in 5 sessions after the Federal Reserve came out with their minutes today. We'll kind of look at this article here from Market Watch that they booked the first loss in 5 sessions, pulling back from the roughly 2.5-month high they settled at a day earlier, as minutes from the U.S. Federal Reserve's March meeting backed expectations for more interest rate hikes. And Donald Trump appeared to walk back the immediacy of the U.S. response to a suspected chemical weapons attack in Syria, dealing with the metal's haven appeal. For gold this week, the Fed's promise of more rate hike beats Trump's latest threat of airstrikes, calming the markets, said Adrian Ash, director of research at Bullion Vault. So while prices are testing a 5-year resistance, the financial climate remains more important to geopolitics. At the moment, at least, June fell $18.10 and 1.3% to settle at $13.41.90 an ounce, following gains over the past 4 consecutive sessions. The contract jumped over 1% Wednesday to settle at $13.60, the highest finish since January 25th. The federal meeting minutes released after gold's close Wednesday reinforced the view that more interest rate increases are on tap, pressuring metal prices in electronic trading, which had already strung together 4 days of gains without pause. Higher interest rates can boost the dollar and dull demand for dollar-denominated commodities, although some camps will always consider gold a hedge should inflation run too hot, even if the Fed is raising rates. It would appear that the central bank has laid the groundwork for another rate hike in June, which would leave them 6 months to implement the third that is forecast, and also leave room for a fourth if deemed necessary by the data in the interim, said Craig Erlam, senior market analyst with Oanda. That may be providing some relief for the greenback in the near term, but it's really struggling to gather any upward momentum. The dollar index is up 0.3%, which measures the greenback against 6 major rivals. And then, Trump's tweet about the strike in Syria may or may not be imminent. On Wednesday, he signaled in a tweet that a missile attack on Syria wasn't far off. Never said an attack on Syria would take place. Could be very soon or not so soon at all. In any event, the United States under my administration has done a great job of ridding the region of ISIS. Where's our thank you, America? So the possibility of U.S. strike against the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has been growing since a suspected government-sanctioned chemical weapons attack killed civilians in Damascus over the weekend. Russia warned the U.S. not to launch an attack, saying it'll shoot down any missiles. Still, for as long as there is a risk of the conflict between U.S. and Russia escalating on the back of the Syrian crisis, we believe gold should remain well supported, and I agree with that. Even the risk of it. Today's a day, I think, I was actually surprised that they would drop, the prices would drop today, but I think it's a culpable, the immediacy, it's the here and the now type of situation. We're fine for now, so the dollar strengthens for a bit, and gold prices go down, especially with a hawkish Fed report. There's worries about a potential global trade war still persist with the Chinese. And since China has denied recent announcements of policy changes that constitute concessions to the Trump administration. So there's a lot of things going on for sure in the world, and I think right now the coalition, France, Britain, and the United States are seeking definitive evidence that Bashar al-Assad's regime did in fact launch those. I think they want to make sure it's clear cut, so they don't run into a situation where they're acting without actual cause or evidence, and so that'll be presented. And I think also they want to get confirmation from Congress before any strike occurs. Nonetheless, it's very interesting to see. But aside from these falling prices, we'll see here in this article that gold is taking back its crown from Bitcoin as the best defensive play, because we've seen Bitcoin prices go down recently, and it's very volatile in that market. And I think people are seeing it. You're not hearing the buzz about the cryptocurrencies that you once heard before, because essentially they've all kind of leveled out or even gone down some from their highs or correcting. And I did check the account today, and it is up a little bit from yesterday, but not by a whole lot. Now, one Bitcoin is still trading a lot more than what gold is now, but nonetheless, it's quite interesting to see how this is all playing out. We can see gold here, from its highs back in 2011 to the averages, both the 50-day and 200-day moving average. We see that the lows are higher as time goes on, which sort of bodes for a more bullish prediction of gold prices to come. And I'm in that camp. I believe that by the end of the year, we're going to see prices up from where they were at the beginning of the year. And it just gives me all the more reason and confidence to hold gold and to buy it. I think now, and I'm sort of tempted now, although I'm not sure if I should make that play now, considering some expenses and some recent expenses that I've made purchases and the like, and other things going on. So I'm sort of scratching my head on that one. What do you do when you really do think the price is going to go up? Should you make a buy? It's one of those things. But nonetheless, there it is. So post your thoughts about this recent news about gold and silver, because silver kind of follows gold along with it. And so there's a lot of people out there saying that because of this widening ratio, and there's some promise for silver in the coming months, that it's going to come back and it's going to correct big time. So it may be even a better move to put your money into silver at this time with the ratio the way it is. But certainly do your own research and do what's best for you and your financial situation with the metals. Never feel pressured by any outside forces to make any purchases of any kind. Always know that any precious metal purchases you make further emboldens your core position. And that's how I look at silver and gold. It's really a core position, a savings that's protected against economic instability and the declining value of the dollar as it moves forward. So I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and finally, after all of that, everything that I've said in this video, if you haven't already, well, subscribe and click that bell. Who knows, it may actually work and you might be notified when a video swings by here. You know what I'm saying? Swings by your subscription feed or on your phone and the like. It's all fun. And serious sometimes, too. This was kind of a serious video, you know what I mean? I didn't laugh once during it. All right, there it is. Take it squeezy. We'll talk to you guys later. A multitude of gratitude again to you all. Sorry for the wind. After my last unpackaging for Silver Hustling 13's outdoor challenge, the wind kind of picked up a bit and appears I've been swept away. But I can't help but wonder if there is some power in this coin, because somehow I have developed this keen ability to actually fly. So very, very nice indeed. And I have a feeling that that power may diminish once this coin starts the milk spot. But until then, I'll just enjoy the scenery up here and float around. Very, very nice. Here's a closer look at the piece. Yes, zooming in and out, or that's just my eyes here as I fly through the sky here. Very nice day indeed to do it. So I hope I can land. We shall see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching. I'm sorry the kitties couldn't be here. I encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.